that emptiness that I've felt inside myself for so many years that I tried to fill with many, many, many different things. And truly, there was nothing that could fill that void. Nothing. This path of discovery that I've been on, this journey that I'm calling walking home. And it started as a mess, but we'll get into that later. First of all, what does walking home mean to me? And then I would love for you guys to share in the comments or wherever this ends up being what it means to you. So for me, walking home means walking back to my truest essence, to the thing that is greater than anything physical, that emptiness that I've felt inside myself for so many years that I tried to fill with many, many, many different things. And truly, there was nothing that could fill that void. Nothing. And it's been a long journey in that regard. Walking home means coming back to my truest essence, to what I know lives on after this physical form disappears. These things that I've created in this lifetime around me, the people that have been around me. When I go, it's all gone. And in that, we all feel grief. We feel loss. We feel, I'd say lost is still the best word. When we lose somebody or lose something that we felt so dear to us, that we identified with it, that we held it so close, we almost smothered it out. So, what I want to do is share more often about walking home. And I want to support people who are walking home as well. And let's just share our journeys. Let's do this. So many pieces that I've struggled to share and talk about, or can only talk about with a select few people. And I'm working to change that, to be more vulnerable in the open and just allow my authenticness in this realm to come through my words, through my heart, through the source that gives me life every day. And I'm grateful to be here and be on this path. I'm awakening more and more each day. Getting back to my practices of meditation, self-reflection in a deeper way, more meaningful, to just reconnect so that I can be available for others. So where did this all start? It started when I was really young, actually. I think back sometimes and I'm like, wow, why was I even thinking about those things at that age? And then how did it get stifled so badly? I was so curious about religion and Jesus and God and all the things that I knew about. I didn't know about Eastern scripture or philosophies or anything like that when I was young. Nobody in my world discussed those things. Religion came up occasionally, but really it was that was about it, like minor religious talk. And I had such a curiosity and draw to it all. Somewhere along the way, I got lost. I got lost in the society that's built around money, that's built around individuality and all these things that separate us from being who we truly are. And even seeing who we are and who like we are together, the oneness, the connectedness of all things. the magic that nature brings to us every single day, the magic that our children bring to us every single day with their joy and their freshness of life. It's it's just so gratifying to watch some of this happen in front of us and to just be in the awe and wonder and bliss that that's been created on this plane. So so where do we get lost? So for me, I got lost in the money. I got lost in the like you have to contribute to this societal structure. I, g- I got lost in all of the materialistic aspects of this world deeply in this body, in the sensations, in the senses, without reverence. And and there's no deeper trap than our bodies, than these senses, these emotions, these feelings to get to get lost in. There's none. Like it's it's amazing how phenomenal number one these bodies are that we get to wear, that we play in every day while we're here, so attached to their stories, to their feelings, to their sufferings, to their loves, to to all of it. And how do we get back to the truest essence? And and we need a good shaking. Like for me, I would have never got out of my trap of this material realm without being shaken. I needed some sort of experience to really wake me up to that there's something more than these material things that I've collected, that I lose myself in. And and it's not lose myself in losing like this body or anything like that. Like it's like I actually lost who I was truly, like the truest essence of who I am. I had no clue what that was. And I'm still in the discovery phase of what that is. A- And I know that through many experiences, which we will touch on at some point, um, that it took all of the shaking to just wake me up, even to be here in front of this camera, which is super weird to talk to for me, to be so raw and out there. But I'm tired of hiding, tired of just standing by. There's so much suffering, and the suffering is actually beautiful. We need to suffer. Again, I would not have be where I am. I would not have woken up to more of my truest essence and potential without all the suffering that I went through. It's unfortunate that along that path that others get hurt, and I ask for forgiveness in that, and I forgive myself for that. And in the words of Jesus, it was like, forgive them for they do not know. And I didn't know. I was lost in the bodily senses. I was lost in the material aspects of this world. So I'm grateful to be on this path of awakening up. I feel like those terms are overused. and and I feel like we just need to slow down. That was a big piece for me. I had to slow down. Now, that didn't come right away. That came after years of trying to slow down everything in my life, except for the things that I really needed to, like working 12 plus hours a day and all those aspects that take us away and just drain all mental capacity, hijack our minds, which I don't like the word hijack because that's a victim state in my mind, and I'm responsible. It I'm responsible for all of the actions. I get to choose this path, and I was blind that I get to choose, and I followed, blindly followed so much. So, what are some things that we can do in our lives to slow down, to take a break? It's like, even if it's like 2 minutes, just find 2 minutes in your day to just stop, take a breath. We can do it right now. Like, breathe with me. Just bring us back into that essence, ground us so that we can feel again. But feel and not the trap of the story that comes up with it, but with the essence of our truest nature. Feel back into that source. You are so much greater than you ever think you are. And those are words that I needed to hear. And definitely my self-worth was not high for a long time. And possibly still struggle with. As I'm saying that out loud, there's still moments. And that's okay. Those moments are the beautiful reflections that I get to have, to remember where I've came from, where I'm going, and like why I'm here. And I wouldn't say that I'm a big proponent of purpose, but there is an aspect of feeling connected to something greater, and in that feeling of greater connection is what allows me to do this, to be with you guys out there, even if nobody listens to this, even if I just make this and don't even share it. It's just to put this in the ether, but it opens me